Welcome back for another yummy update. I've got to give you a special reminder. Do not short coins in a bull market, my friends. So this is Aster. This guy has shorted Aster. That's Binance ASTER. Friendly reminder, that is Binance CZ's response to HyperLiquid, which is gaining huge market share. And it's literally just a decentralized exchange. But it's got more like a Bybit, a Binance type of approach when it comes to the UI management and stuff out here. So HyperLiquid, I'll just show you. I don't even know if Aster actually is up. Maybe we'll just have a look now. These types of things, go check it out. Binance ASTER. Let's see if they do actually have a website. And I don't know if this is actually it. I've just gone here. Please don't connect to any of these. I've gone to a random Google search, which you should never do. AsterDex.com. I don't know if this is the real one, so don't connect to it. Don't connect to it. Just seeing it. It looks like exactly the same thing as everything else. You have your coins out here, all the stock standard ones, pretty much. Oh, well, you have Zora and Mito. I don't know if this is all it, friends. So pretty much, I think what's going to happen is, all market stocks. Is this real or are these just fake? I don't know if this is fake. So just be careful. Maybe I hope I didn't show you scam. Just don't touch any of this stuff. But if they do introduce these, because stocks, I don't know if they have allowed to do stocks here, but remember it's going to allow everybody just to trade stuff all over the world. You have access to different markets, which you don't want all that access, friends. You don't, trust me, you don't want that, while altcoins have this amazing cheap value opportunity here. Right, when you introduce all these leverage and all this other stuff, there's more competition. Friends, they do. Why do they all do the leverage? Because the thing doesn't move enough for them anymore. They have to introduce leverage. But with the leverage, now you got a problem of price and time. Before you just had a problem of price, where you're like, you know what, this thing is cheap. I can just wait forever. I don't get forced out. That's exactly what we're doing with altcoins. That's the highest risk, but not the highest risk actually. It's the highest reward. And if you want to lower your risk, you just hold long term. You're winning the hold long term, right? But people, they don't want to wait a long time. And now they want to introduce the complexity of price and time, which makes it even tougher, right? So, for example, you can bet on something going up in maybe you're long for a day. But what if there's like a wipeout first? It drops 5% first before it goes up. Okay, you're done. Maybe it goes down today, but it actually goes up the move that you thought's coming like in 2 days from now, right? And that's why it's PvP mode. Don't short in a bull market, my friends. This guy shorted Aster. He's down over $1 million on this trade. His liquidation's at $3.35 of the Aster price. Aster's about $1.15 or something, $1.20. So you have his account is getting absolutely destroyed, including Realized Pino he's getting bonked. A lot of people coming to chime in. Everyone in the Discord was long. Aster experience. There you go. Totally agree. Shorting is this is a bot. Man, there's too many of these bots, friends. They know exactly what to say. Gonna have to, it's a sad day when can we get rid of these bots, bro? We gotta find a way to get rid of these bots, friends. Like, look, we should make it such that Twitter platform, it's got enough people now. You make it into a crypto thing. And to post a comment, right? Maybe it costs a very small amount, but it costs something. Yeah, like it costs something like whatever 0.01 cents. Not even that. Yeah, well, just whatever it is, right? So if you want to keep posting, maybe it costs a small amount of money to get points, or if you post, maybe you get preference, and then people can just filter out the free comments, or they never ever see them. So it's kind of like with phone calls and spam. It's also, when you make everything cheap, you don't want to see what humans do, dude. They just literally just diarrhea over everything. Look at PumpFun. You make it cheap to launch a coin, everybody launches one. Ends up being trash. So that's something we want to think about in terms of creating a market of what people want to do when it comes to that. But I think they have good ideas for bots. But I'm talking about the future, when the bots you just don't even know to distinguish. Because if you're an algo bot and someone's running a big network, it'll cost them a lot of money. They have to invest more just to keep the bot running, because they have to pay comments everywhere. So it's just ideas for the future. Here we have, friends. I showed you this before. Breaking news. It was Andrew Tate, friends. So unfortunately, these two streamers got a gun and they went outside Andrew Tate's house. Okay, and they turned out to be. We didn't know this at the time. They've gotten arrested. I've showed the videos out here, but just showing you how low PumpFun's really going, friends, of people trying to get attention. So they end up having a BB gun. They got arrested. Security team took them out. But in the whole context of Charlie Kirk, like, dude, you could not have picked worst timing in the world to come and pull this stunt. You these idiots are lucky they're alive, man. You literally just watched Charlie Kirk get popped. So if you're going to wait outside someone's home with a gun, especially someone who's pivotal like Andrew, say, oh my God, that should have popped too, man. Just teach a lesson, everyone. So yes, all of these things are ramping up. Now, friends, I'm going to have to be careful how I say this next part. What I'll do is play some angel music. We'll play some angel music, and you and I will let's just swim together to the next scene. You like that? I got an arm behind my back. Okay, so now YouTube, remember, friends, YouTube, Google, the controllers are you know who's. Okay, so they have now put a censorship. So they now, I've noticed, they demonetize when I put in the title deep state. Okay, deep state. If I see deep state, they demonetize it. I found it very strange. Why would Google, why would YouTube, Google owns YouTube, why would you censor such a generic term, deep state? That makes absolutely no sense. And I go, oh, now I know why. That's because of the recent information coming out around Charlie Kirk and stuff, where we're starting to notice fancy banana investigators, Coconut Intelligence Agency, Mossad, not Mo Happy, Mossad. They're all deep state. Okay? There's power structures at play here, go beneath the surface. They've got Donald Trump compromised, obviously. I mean, friends, you ever see the most pathetic thing we've ever seen? The most pathetic thing we've ever seen was literally Donald Trump putting in the chair for Israel PM Bibi Netanyahu. This was literally, and then friends, he did it again. He did it here. My gosh, like friends, you know they do. I've learned about this recently. Apparently, they like the humiliation ritual. They like it. They enjoy the humiliation ritual. They actually have a term for it. Yeah, it's a big thing there. It's a part of the thing. It's like it's a part of true ultimate power to humiliate them. They think of ways to humiliate them. So, man, do you think about this? Like, hey, Donald Trump, I'm the most powerful man in the world. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not, bro. You put hands going out. Rah, rah, rah. You're not powerful man. Bro, you're putting in chairs for, you know, it is what it is. So I have to tell you now, friends, I can't actually say deep state. Now, you let me know. Should I like not talk about it? I've got a better alternative. What I use, friends, I used the deep state against the deep state. So what I've done is I went to ChatGPT, Sam Altman, also obviously giving him deep state technology like Palantir. And I've asked ChatGPT, I said, how can I write deep state to avoid filters? It's giving me a locked list, which is really cool. And my favorite one is dip state. So I think what I should do, it's called the dip state. Nacho dips. There's heaps of these other ones, different ways to write it, using threes instead of the E's, or deep state with spaces in between. I like this one, dip state. Oh, man, that's good. Using the robots against themselves, friends. So that's what why they do this is because we're all learning what the dip state actually is, right? And people are waking up. Yeah, they are all puppets. But you gotta remember, friends, as well, that's why crypto is destined for 10 trillion. I keep telling you this all the time. We're destined for higher. We're a better system. We're a better system. You might say, but Tommy, but all these political people on the left and the right, they're hating each other, I go, yes, Habibi, Albi. It's because the price isn't high enough to grab their attention yet. You get it? You and I, we already got basically sucked in with prices much lower than now because we could see the value. It's easy for us to see the future. And many people even did that before us. But now all these people out there in the political sphere, they still haven't woken up yet. Yeah, they got to see Bitcoin. I got 200K. They got to see crypto at 10 trillion. They literally have to see Ethereum at 10,000. Yeah. Then they might see me on some sort of channel like, hey, how come everyone? Because what's going to happen is this political flare, they eventually fade off. And then people go back to their jobs and they realize the system is corrupt, but they kind of like put a pause on stuff. You know, because friends, because Christmas is going to come. Family time is going to come. They're like, okay, let's pause that political stuff out here. You know, and they start talking about things like that. And then they start to see, hey, these things are going up. And then they just, remember, they're not going to buy off logic. They're just going to buy off emotion because these things are up higher. And then they're probably going to catch some of your friends on my videos where I'm saying, hey, guess what? You know how the system's entirely rigged? Well, your option of like trying to kill everybody ain't working, right? Have you noticed how when humans get power, they just blacklist everyone, censor everyone, they kill everyone? Do you notice that humans, we like kind of suck. So what we actually could do is we build a system that basically humans, they can't really do too much damage. We've got crypto now. Crypto, all the money, the ledger's transparent. So if you want to be corrupt, you have to do it out in the open. Yes, number one. Number two, there's no blacklist function with some of our stuff, which means anybody in the world can use it. You know, it could get into the wrong hands, but hey, if you really care about censorship, guess what, man? You have power, currency that they can't turn off. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, it is wonderful. We build it from ground one, from ground zero. Isn't that great? It's a better system, you see? And they're lying to you about inflation, about in jobs, about the money supply. You know your stake doesn't cost 14% more in the past 5 years. That's exactly what they claim. That's 3% per year compounded for 4 years, dude. It's not up 14%. It's up more like 85%. Yeah, exactly. We know. We know they lie. That's why Satoshi made Bitcoin. Now we have Ethereum, smart contracts, all these other platforms. It's amazing, isn't it, friends? But be careful as well. You know what I mean? Just because everybody can make a coin that's ultimate freedom doesn't mean everyone should. So shocking. Only 0.0000002% of PumpFun tokens have a market cap above 100K, which is tiny. Most are down-only rug scams, and the devs are all scamming extractors, if you check this out, friends. So this is a distribution of these. Only in the past, recent times, I don't know what the filter is, but yeah, most coins, no crying in the casino. The bottom figures are remaining of the bonded tokens, meaning 160,000 never even bonded. There's 340 tokens that ever, I guess, graduate. So they graduate, they have a bit of a pop, and then they just all die anyway. Yeah, that's what most of them have. Because what I told you, friends. Frogboy, any good news with the meme coins, bruv? Unfortunately, sir, no, because meme coins, we need the business cycle to be up higher for people to speculate on these things. Unfortunately, we don't have that out yet. All we do have is more, I guess, political lying and stuff I hear. Friends, this is funny, man. I'll show this. Look at this. Look at this. Question, is Mossad responsible for the death of Charlie Kirk? Ex-Mossad chief. Yossi. He says, absolutely not. I mean, we have nothing to do with it. Mossad is not doing this kind of stuff. We're not involved with political ass nations. We never were.
That everything that is happening around the world, I mean,
so friends, these people, I've got to show you this video again. This should show you how much of a complete joke they are. Watch this. Watch. Like, they're telling you this guy's a complete liar. I'm going to prove to you this scum, Yossi Cohen, this guy. I'm going to prove to you he's a lying sack of shit. If you just go to Google, all right, if you go to Google right away, you can see there is a list of Israeli assassinations you can click. This is funny. Look at the political assassinations. I'm going to scroll down, okay? Are you ready? We're still going. We're still going. We are still going. Oh, man. Friends, that's on Wikipedia. And Wikipedia have edited a lot out. Even if you ask AI, they go, hey, of the 150 that they admit to, how much would you estimate that is definitely confirmed then but not on there? They go, there's probably another 550 minimum. Usually probably 10 times more, you know what I mean? But they put just 550. Like, you just, no one takes these people seriously, you know? People, more people are waking up. It is what it is, right? Also, friends, I want to give you another yummy update. So recently in PulseChain community, of course, PulseChain, the price is a bit poop right now. Things aren't moving around much. I've got a special, actually, pDAI video here for you. I want to give you a yummy update. I'm going to have to make another video on this. We've got some big hints about the future of pDAI from and PulseChain. It's basically PulseChain from NineIronCapital. And he basically has hinted. Now, remember, remember, I know there's a lot of the innuendo stuff, but there's a rumor NineIronCapital is some sort of insider. No one knows who he is. Some say could be Richard Hart himself, but the words he uses and stuff, it's very, very deep inside of NineIronCapital, okay? NineIronCapital has always been there. He's always had answers. He disappears and then he comes in and he knows what the next phase is going to be consistently, okay? Now, remember, it's a conspiracy super cycle as well, right? So wouldn't it be amazing if the grand reveal of everything, pDAI hits $1 and then NineIronCapital, let's say he makes a post he makes a post and then he posts the same thing from Richard Hart's account. And then that's the last time we ever see a NineIronCapital post from that post. Imagine he just tweets $1 and then he disappears. And then a minute later, Richard Hart tweets $1 on his Twitter account. And that's literally, I'm just inventing this script out. But you know, I mean, that'd be like to consider to continue the super cycle. But a very, very quick hint as to what he's talking about. In these tweets, okay, we'll go through them later. But it basically implies, he goes, look, there's stuff on the chain that we haven't figured out yet, right? Where he's basically said, look, once these things are activated, the DeFi protocols that the PulseChain pioneers have made, there's all these protocols on the chain, right? Like, you know, the compound stuff. He's basically said once they activate, I think vaguely what he's saying is, once they activate, there's debts that they have, and the debt that they have is in pDAI. They have to start buying pDAI. Now, I don't know exactly what it means. I don't know what the pools look like. Where do they get the funds? I don't know. But he's hinting in the future. There's basically a switch you flip. Basically, you flip the switch, and then literally this thing just starts sucking in because it has to grab all the pDAI off the day. And basically, I guess it's effectively buying and burning and bringing the pDAI price up to $1. Now, it might be some fan fiction stuff, of course, but we'll see. I'll cover it more later. We'll go in details, but I want to give you some nice hints. Now, friends, as you know, there's a crypto KOL, CryptoLark. Now, Larp Davis, 640,000 followers. He got asked about PulseChain on his stream. And you know, friends, I get it, man. Everybody shits on PulseChain. Everyone shits on PulseChain. I've got to play some PumpFun music. Okay, I've got to play some PumpFun music. Because just the hypocrisy of what just happened. Like, if we wrote this into a Hollywood movie script, they still wouldn't think it's believable. Okay? They'd probably want to put some child sacrifices and stuff there too, being Hollywood. Now, what he did, so someone asked him on stream, they asked him, hey, what do you think of PulseChain? And he gave I played it for you. It's 2 minutes of him saying it's trash. You guys gave Richard a lot of money. It's pretty much a scam. It's garbage, yada, yada. It's just absolutely filthy, no value. I don't want to look at it. It's nuclear waste and stuff. 48 hours later, from his same channel, friends, I can't believe what we're just seeing, bro. It has to be some sort of lizard reptilian bloodline thing here. 48 hours later, after saying that, he uploads a video where he shills a token that he's just got paid for, and his whole comment section is aware. Look at this. Well, I caught this as soon as it happened. Like, I saw it appear. I'm like, no, it can't be, bro. Just 48 hours ago, you were just calling PulseChain, which has no VCs. All the tokens are unlocked. We don't do any paid shields. No one has any tokens of the thing that they're paid for. It's grassroots community. Okay, and then he basically also half admitted in the video he doesn't like it because he doesn't have it. Pretty much, you didn't pay me, so I don't like it. That's pretty much what he's admitting. So then, and I also showed a tweet, friends, that ZachXBT did a reveal on him in 2022, and I showed it to you in the 2022 reveal. He found all his wallets, and they found these couple of wallets that Zach was able to find, just a few little network. They made $1.1 million. So he had a method. He would receive the tokens. 4 hours later, he would tweet bullish about the token. A few hours after that, he'd dump it all. And he was dumping 30,000, 50,000, 120,000, 80,000. He collected 1.1 million, just dumped everything. Just shield, dump, receive, shield, dump, receive, shield, dump, bang, 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 every single one. And all of this comes out in actually, friends, this is how you know the Wall Street cheat sheet, the cycles are real, because all of this got revealed in the anger phase of the crypto market. What I'll do is I'll actually show you on the Wall Street cheat sheet. In 2022, we were in anger phase in around September. That's actually when it came out. Anger phase is when everyone gets really, really, really angry that they got done. That some people made money by grifting, and then a lot of people didn't, right? So that's what ended up happening. So, I mean, look, I've got it here. I'll just read as well. So just to show you, that's what, like, so after saying that and then just making this video, and I'll just show you the comments. I guess you must have been paid to do this video. Reply, definitely. Next comment. They must have paid you bank. Crypto AI has dumped all year. So he's making something about this. That's what they do, friends. They pay, because he's got 640,000 people watching. That's how they make their money, man. They don't make their money like, hey, I got a long-term position. They make the money is, oh, I know what I'll do. That's what they do, friends. They have people to curate and filter out this stuff. They go, oh, can you make a video? We're gonna do like, a campaign, right? And they'll do a campaign, and they're like, okay, you're entitled to 3 videos. You give me like, $6,000. I'll cover you in 3 videos. You get a 10-minute video or whatever. And because he has 600,000 plus followers, the number goes up way higher. It's not just a couple of grand. It could be like $10,000 a video or something out here, right? So I've written it here. 2 days after flooding PulseChain, Larp Davis, controversial crypto KOL, does a paid shill video for a random poop AI crypto altcoin. The comment section is full of people aware and open to this paid shill stuff. Recently, PulseChain community asked a question in his live stream, to which he called PulseChain a heap of trash. Do these crypto KOLs only like altcoins that pay them secretly under the table? It's the worst kept secret of the industry. Most crypto KOLs are paid to like coins, which they aggressively dump via token unlocks after extracting from their audience. And friends, we all know this. Look, I know Richard's an easy dude to hate. He's an easy dude, controversial. However, there are KOLs, literally, friends. We even showed the conversational pieces. They publicly hate him, and then a few of them don't bring it up. Or remember Nuggets News and stuff. I like him now. He's covering a lot of deep state things. But like back then, when it was basically he was going through a drug problem. I think it was on the downers, on the opiates. He basically they talk trash about Richard publicly. Then they would message him privately saying, "Hey, give me some hex, and I'll talk about the coin." Right? We couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe we've been talking about it. It literally happened. And the combo's all there. I was like, no, we thought this was myth. We thought we knew it was real, but it was like your eyes are shocked. It's almost like we know the UFOs are being hidden by the world, and so we know all this stuff, but this just see like, oh my gosh, it actually happened. The grand reveal, right? So Bluey the Bear. These people are all pieces of poop, and we all know they hold coins in RH ecosystem. They're delusional. He deserves to burn in hell. This is who you're trading against. Oh my gosh, that's funny, man. That's funny. So, oh man, I love you guys. So, look, the whole game is the whole game. Yeah, you got to believe in something, but I don't think that's believing in something. It's up to you. It's up to the people to decide. If you want to, look. People are deciding, by the way. When they buy PumpFun Solana stuff, they just get rugged, and they realize that LA Vape Cabal and all the other grifting and stuff, they're losing their money, so they're just like trapped elsewhere. But yeah, it would be nice if we had believers coins actually rising to show people that we have something to do. So, that's what, friends. It's going to come down to the wire, really. Like, I've stood my ground. I'm not leaving. I believe long-term vision, network effects. The community is the asset. Okay, and yeah, there are other coins out here. I'm just looking for the highest upside. I'm looking for what I see the highest upside, deepest value, biggest contrarian and stuff out here. So, as I said, friends, I don't come out and hate or anything. I'm not here wasting my time to do that. But history's gonna judge how this all turns out at the end, right? That's how it's all the story's gonna play out, and people are gonna have to make a decision. And I'll tell you something right now. When they see a believer's coin rallying, there's no logic anymore, dude. They're just going to run over each other just to come in, okay? Don't forget he loves you. Like, subscribe, press belly button and all. Catch you in the next one.